You know what's the best thing about theaters post-lockdown? There are no freaking ads. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we're talking about Wonder Woman 1984, which released in theaters in India, and I was lucky to go to theater and experience this film as it was meant to be. Now, as all films, this also got delayed. They had no choice but to finally put it out, and in US it's available on Hbo Max. Directed by Patty Jenkins, starring Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal, Kristen Wiig, and many more. Now, if theaters are open near you and you're wondering should you go and watch this film, I would ask you, are you a superhero fan or a DC fan or whatever? Because if you are, I'm pretty sure you would go and watch it. But if you're not, but you want to experience a big commercial film on screen, it will be worth your time and money. But if you're none of that, you don't have to go. And why you're watching this video? Now, regarding this film, there are a lot of factors that decide your judgment about it. Now, first thing, this movie is meant as a superhero commercial film, and this is that. Nothing more, nothing less. It instills hope, ideals, it's heartwarming, and it makes you feel good. And we all needed this film at the moment. We needed hope. With all that has happened this year and with what's coming ahead, we have no idea. We need that hope. We need that optimism. And this film also shows the chaos in another way. And I don't know if this is a coincidence, but that chaos is too relatable and the message at the end really hits hard. Because we all are in chaos, we are lost, and this film tried to give us a direction. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about how 80s this film is, but I have no idea about the 80s, so I cannot comment on that. But I can definitely say, with all the problems the first film had, I love the first film. You can check out my review here. But there were some issues, and this film, Patty Jenkins, solved those issues. She took them to heart and made a much better film than the first one. And she really outdone herself with this one. The VFX is really good. There's more heart in the film. The villain is not just a bad guy. There's depth to all the characters, and that depth make them people. And we explore it too. Gal was amazing as always, and in this one she got to flex more of her acting skills. Chris Pine as always was charismatic. He just performs his scenes effortlessly. Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, she was really good. Her character had a lot of depth to her, a lot of transformation, and you feel for the character. And Pedro Pascal, he deserves an Oscar nomination for this role. Really. At first, I couldn't even believe it's him. He played it so differently. And as I said, there was a lot of depth to all these characters. Every character had their own journey, their own conflicts. And the best part is, the conflicts, the issues they're dealing with are very human. And that's why we relate to them. And the film is about desire. You know, we all desire, we all want more and more and more. And I think this pandemic taught us a big lesson, and this film talks about it, that we cannot have everything in life. Everything comes with an expiry date. If there's no limit to something, it will lead to destruction. And you know, these are the things you want from a film like this. We have the Dark Knight trilogy, it's dark and gritty. We had the MCU, it's funny, interconnected universes, the characters interact with each other, the conflicts are real. We had that, but we need this too, a film which teaches you about life, gives you good lessons without being preachy, and at the end make you feel good. It's a really good film, and I think the theater experience just elevated it. Even the Suryavanshi trailer looks good in theaters. As you're finding value in this video, do hit the like button, because when you do that, YouTube promotes this video and more people can watch it. Also consider subscribing and the bell icon to get more such videos. Now, I do feel the film is little longer. It's 2 hours 30 minutes, and it feels just too much happening in the film. There are more characters this time. There are a lot of places they visit, and being that long, you need all of these things to happen. But at some times, it just feels too much. And you know, it's not like MCU that's interconnected with another film or another franchise that other characters will come and we have to know the story. It's not like that. It's a standalone film. And I did make a video some time back that I don't care about some of the movies that are coming out, like this one, Black Widow, Harley Quinn, that these standalone stories doesn't really excite me, that I'm not interested. I may watch them, but at my own pace. I'll not rush to theaters to watch it. But things have changed over time. We had this pandemic, the lockdown, we are craving for some good films, some good cinema experiences, and this film really hit that. But it feels like a one-time watch. I don't remember watching Wonder Woman again. I saw it once in theaters, really enjoyed it, and that's it. I moved on. And the same thing goes with this one. I enjoyed it while I was watching it in theaters, but I don't know if I'll go back and watch it again. And I can only understand if you're not the person who likes this feel-good movies, this entertainment package with all the emotions and everything. I totally get it. It's not your cup of tea. And as I said in the beginning, you know, there's a lot of factors that, you know, decide your judgment about this film. If you just remove the pandemic, the lockdown, everything, I don't know how would I feel about this film. Maybe I would stick to my thought that I really don't care about these films now because they don't really matter in the larger scheme of things. But the truth is, we had the pandemic, we had the lockdown, and I had a really good experience watching it in theaters. Now let's come to the spoiler section. So if you haven't seen the film, pause this, go watch it, and come back later. Now the film begins in the sequence in Themyscira. We have seen the visuals of it in the trailer and I really enjoyed it because in the first film Diana left Themyscira, so there was no way we could visit it again, but with this flashback we visit it and I just love that whole sequence, and that sequence sets up what this film is all about. Again, love the characters. Pedro Pascal, you know, being this bankrupt businessman trying to prove himself, and at the end we learn he's an immigrant, he was bullied, want to prove something to his son, and these all emotions are very real, and the way he performs it, it's amazing. Kristen Wiig as Barbara Minerva or Cheetah. Her Cheetah portion was really short, but her whole character arc was really good. They spent a lot of time on her and Kristen did a really good job portraying her. Then Steve Trevor came back as Chris Pine, and I really liked the way they bring him back because it's not really Chris, but his soul is there in someone else's body, but we see him through Dinah's perspective, so we see Chris, but the explanation is that it's someone else's body. And we all saw this in the trailer also, the role reversal, that he is new to this era and Dinah is, you know, showing her the way around and how the world works now, which was totally opposite in first film. The good thing was his comeback was connected to the main plot and the main story arc for Dinah, because it was all about her, you know, letting go of him, learning to move on. That's the whole arc for her in this film. And coming to Gal, as always, just stunning, beautiful, and this time she got to flex more of her acting skills. Her moments of loneliness when she finds Steve, then the sequence where she had to let him go, and that climax sequence where she's talking to everyone in the world, it was just amazing. Gal is Wonder Woman. I think she was born to play it. We also got the invisible jet, which is a very big comic book Easter egg, and I love the way they dealt with it. It was so logical. It is so lame actually in the comics, but they made it so interesting in this. I think all the action set pieces were really cool. You could notice the VFX here and there, but that's alright, you don't mind it. Again, the climax was beautiful, but something which I really didn't like, the background score they used in the climax for Maxwell Lord and his backstory is A Beautiful Lie by Hans Zimmer, who scored this film too. But I just love that score from BVS. It was used on Batman, and they just used the same thing here, and I was like, it was totally off because I was just imagining Batman, but it was Maxwell Lord, and come on, you could have come up with something new, maybe a variation of this score, but no, you just used the same thing, even the same beats. I listened to it so many times that I could tell that it's the same thing. They didn't even change it. I wish they would have not used the same thing, but it is what it is. And there was a mid-credit scene which was really good. We got to see Linda Carter, and they very well managed to blend it with the story and the plot. That was really exciting, and was not expecting that, and I just love that scene. I'm sure many of you don't know who Linda Carter is. She played Wonder Woman in 1917 series, so it was just a callback for her. So guys, that was the video. Really enjoyed the film, but a one-time watch. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos. If you like them too, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.